Hello and welcome back to the Drake Stormcloud channel. Just gotta take care of a couple of things real quick. And good to go. I hope you're all excited. I wanted to continue the main storyline of Final Fantasy XIV, however, due to the internet issue and the timing of it, I wasn't able to continue through the Crystal Tower portion, which has left me unable to continue the main story. So, instead, we're going to go through the quests of the Red Mage class, or job really. At the very least get that, and then queue up to continue the Crystal Tower story, if we can. Honestly, I even tried to do it before stream, but the queue was not filling up at all. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, here in Ul'dah, you'll come across the Sapphire Exchange. At the end of it, near an exit, there is this distraught lass. She is how you get the Soul of the Red Mage and the appropriate equipment. Oh, are you an adventurer? Please, you have to rescue my sister. Some horrible people tried to kidnap us just outside the city gates. I managed to break free when the travelers stopped to help, but my sister never caught up to me. Where are your parents? They left early to deal with some merchants, and the brass blades don't seem to care what happens outside the city walls. That traveler, he was some sort of mage, I think. But it was 1 against 5. Surely he couldn't stand against so many. What can I do? Won't you please help me? Alright. Spineless Basin. Alright, so it's right out here, okay. Also, we're going to randomize our minion. Hey, this guy. Don't touch me. Oh, you're not one of them. who might you be? You came to lend your aid? My apologies. Had I but known, I would have spared you a villain or two. After all, you seem to share my distaste for those who would prey upon defenseless children. Aye, birds of a feather we are. I am a pilgrim of sorts. Might I know your name, friend? I am not going to try and pronounce his name. I know better than that. Kiara. Now why does that strike such a familiar chord? Excuse me, I just wanted to thank you for saving me. My pleasure, child. You are unharmed, yes? Good. Let us escort this brave lass to her sister. Sister then. Lead the way. And yet they go on ahead of me. You found her, adventurer. Thank you. We are very grateful for your kindness. I was so scared. What did those terrible people want with us? You needn't worry about them anymore, sister. The man in red defeated them all. You saw how he fought with those spells and steel. He's one of those heroes Papa told us about. A crimson duelist, aren't you? I did not expect to hear that name this far south into Eorzea. Then you are a crimson duelist. I knew it. If your father is telling his daughters tales of red mages, then he must be from Alamego, yes? Well, that would explain his choice of bedtime stories. And now, see that you... Or shall we see you lasses home? We'll be all right from here. Thank you again. And away they skip, safe and happy. Now, Kiara, was it not? I believe we've earned ourselves a celebratory drink. You need not feel compelled, my friend. Should the mood strike you, however, you'll find me over at the Black Brush Station. I find the ale served at the Coffer and Coffin most agreeable. And that is also out this way. If he was heading for a drink, that explains why he came across them. Just some relaxing chocobo music for your flight. That was a shooting star. Oh, This is a tower above where it is, okay. Ah, you came. As it so happens, the mother of those girls tracked me down and insisted I accept a reward. Once I mentioned that you might be stopping by, she left a token of gratitude for you as well. It seems we've assisted an affluent merchant family, a revelation which might explain the attempted kidnapping, hefty ransom and all that. I'm told the girls were immediately assigned a capable bodyguard, however, so we can drink in peace knowing they are well protected. Oh, I've remembered whence I know your name. I learned of you first from a young lass named Alicia, whom I met upon the road. She expressed an admiration for your growing exploits, even as she persuaded me to teach her the basics of red magery. She proved a quick study in the arcane side of things, but fencing was something of a challenge. At the end of our lessons, however, she had learned to combine spellcraft with swordplay, when to cast from afar and when to lunge forward with well-timed thrust. And what of you, my friend? Have you any interest in the art? I suspect you would make an excellent red mage. I'm deadly serious. A woman who would rush to the aid of a stranger's child without fear or hesitation is a woman I would trust with the power of red magic. But even beyond that, I sense in you a kindred spirit. Be warned, however, my style of teaching is a practical one. I will expect you to join me on my journey and assist me in aiding others. Accept those terms, and I will bestow upon you the accoutrement of a red mage. Are you familiar with soul crystals? These particular stones are attuned to past wielders of red magics, and will fill your mind with a firm foundation of technique. You need only reach forth your hand. Are you prepared to walk the path of a red mage? One word and the soul crystal is yours. Become red mage. You will not regret this decision, my friend. The gods above, for a moment there I thought you meant to refuse me. A host of red mages committed their memories to this gem, and now it is yours. Absorb the knowledge it contains, then we will discuss the finer points of red magic. But first I should give you that reward. Red mages unlocked. No, inventory. And there we go. Red mage. Balance gauge. The balance gauge displays when a certain amount of black magic and white magic. A mage has the current amount of black magic and white magic is accumulated. Red mage. That black magic is accumulated by casting spells commonly associated with black magic, fire, thunder, and white magic by casting ones such as arrow. There are some spells and actions that affect both. When both black and white magic reach a certain amount, weapon skills such as Repose become enhanced and will deal additional damage. If the gap between black and white magic accumulation grows too large, the crystal on top of the gauge will change color. It'll become more difficult to accumulate the lesser of the two. You can view the job gauge description. Excellent. Okay. Right. And we have a quest immediately about the job. I see from the glint in your eyes that the Soul Crystal has surrendered its secrets. Welcome to the ranks of the Red Mages. The art we practice is born of noble origin. Its balanced and controlled energies were once used to stem the tide of destruction and reclaim a future for the dispossessed. I speak of the age, some 1500 years past, when the clash of two sorcerous civilizations brought about the Sixth Umbral Calamity. Ere the great floods rose, people fled from their homelands and into the mountains of... I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Even mages of the two nations were to be found among the refugees. These wizardly practitioners became targets of retribution for the party they played in upsetting the natural balance, and soon did they shed the robes of black and vestments of white. If people were to survive and rebuild following the disaster, however, they would need the power of the arcane. Thus were the principles of black and white magic reinvented, and upon their combination, founded an entirely new discipline, was built. Red magic. But I have prattled about the history of it for long enough. Far better that you experience red magic firsthand. There remains the mystery of who sent kidnappers after those poor girls, And I've a feeling attempts to unearth the culprit will provide with the battle practice you require. Before we plunge into the fray, however, there are questions I would ask. Come with me to Eastern Thailand, to the Church of St. Adam and Lament. Red Mage. Rapier and Crystal. Oh. Interesting indeed. Alright, so actions and traits. General. Mount Roulette. Red Mage on a Unicorn. Is there a more interesting concept? And to the church. Been a while since we headed there. It's a lovely graveyard. Kiara, there you are. I would introduce you to Father Elian, but I believe the two of you are already acquainted. He has told me a tale of nefarious spellcasters and their attempt to kidnap two young girls. And you wish to ask if this thaumaturgical cabal is known to me, yes? There are several such cults which come to mind, but I must have more details. You say each member shared some rather unusual traits. Aye, not one word spoken over the exchange or the entire exchange. And not one shift in expression when I urged them to yield. Each of them also appeared branded with some manner of tattoo. A sigil pulsing with arcane energy. Ah, an evil practice. Such cursed sigils are known to destroy the will of the bearer, resulting in a I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. A puppet which acts much the manner you have described. Or in much. Okay. There is no salvation for such wicked creatures. Then we must seek the fiends and who pulled their strings. Or then we must seek the fiends who pulled their strings. Pray, learn what you can of this cabal and its purpose. Kiara, we have another task to attend to. Might I suggest some light stretching before you step outside? You'll soon understand why. You have learned all red magic and traits up to level 50. Detailed descriptions. And we will take a look. Repose. Jolt. Jolt is a interestingly simple enough spell. Jolt and Scatter might be my main ones. I have a second Ver Thunder. Okay, so displacement will allow us to jump back. Oh, engagement and displacement. Okay, so engagement seems to be a lunge in and displacement to break melee. Hmm. Okay, redoublement. So repose, Z, and redoublement. Acceleration. Okay. I think I got the hang of it, more or less. Did you notice we were being followed, Kiara? The very cabal we are investigating seems to have taken an interest in us. I sense an ambush in the offing. Did they, or do they bother, or do they seek to silence us, perhaps? Well, let them try. This will be the perfect opportunity for you to test your newly acquired skills. But first, a brief lesson. A red mage's spells belong to two distinct schools, rooted as they are in ancient disciplines of black and white magic. Intertwined, they form a solid core of red magic, and through the balanced casting of both disciplines, can a red mage build this foundation higher and higher. When your strength reaches its peak, that is when you lunge forward and unleash the energies rooming within your blade. And then you keep away, and then you leap away, returning to the first step. It is a dance, my friend. Come out, wherever you are. We have no intention of running or hiding from you. I wear a sword, as you can see, but I'm not partial to violence. Is there no chance we might attempt a parley in lieu of bloodletting? How unsettling. Well, Kiara, it seems you will have your battle. Remember what I have taught you. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I was casting the wrong spells. Oh, dual cast triggers as a very specific red mage ability. Now then. Displacement. There we go. These puppets must have a leader lurking nearby. Let us take the battle to our ambushers, shall we? But before we resume the hunt, let us be sure of your technique. As a red mage, you are capable of casting 2 spells in rapid succession using what is known as double cast effect. Intone a short spell and you'll find that a lengthy incantation can now be cast in an instant. Take advantage of this technique to bombard your foes with arcane destruction. Building up our balance gauge. I have the feeling of a boss fight incoming. That is why I am focused on simply building up my gauge. Okay, and and now we hit it with magic. Okay, we have to watch out for glowing purple orbs of shrinking me. And duty complete. Well done, Kiara. You've exceeded my expectations. Which is a fortunate thing, for I did not anticipate the arrival of that fearsome hound. These mages were willing to forfeit their own lives to ensure that we lost ours. Do you see? The brand on their left cheek. This is the cursed sigil which stole her will and left her vulnerable to the most heinous of commands. Our ambushers were young men and women, every one, all transformed into mindless pawns by some hidden master. And this master has shown no capitulation against sacrificing pieces that outlived their usefulness. No, this cannot stand. Heed me, Kiara. You have begun your education in red magic, but there is much more I would teach you. Come, let us return to the Lich Yard. Do you know the history of these graves? The church's Lich Yard is the final resting place for many victims of the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Red magic was conceived to stem such tides of destruction in an age when the abuse of sorcery flooded the world with death. Its distinction from earlier disciplines is key. Whilst practitioners of black and white magic draw upon ambient ether, a red mage weaves their spells using only the reserves of mana with which she was born. In the era in which red magic was created, to do otherwise was forbidden. To manifest more powerful effects, the red mage adapted a method by which precise sword techniques would harness and amplify the energies of their spoken incantations, or mage's own physical form serving as an arcane accelerator, an ingenious way of preserving their self-imposed limitations. Understand that the blade we wield is not simply a weapon. It is the focus of all our efforts to lessen strife and suffering. Every generation of red mage is part of an unending battle. We are soldiers who fight for those enduring violence and subjugation, the bulwark against the unkind vulgarities of fate. "20 years ago, I joined the revolution in Alamigo and learned red magic alongside like-minded companions. We formed the Crimson Duelists, and together we rose up against the tyranny of the Mad King, the Onderic. We were crushed. Of all the duelists, only I survived to watch our homeland languish under the rule of imperial invaders. Even after leaving Alamigo, I never ceased fighting for its liberation. And when I learned of the calamity, of the threat to all the lands of Eorzea, I allied myself with the valiant scholars of Shaylin. In the end, I was unable to protect my homeland or halt the approach of fiery disaster. But never once in all these years have I betrayed the oath the duelists swore to champion the weak with heart and steel. Such is the nature of the magic you will learn from this idealistic fool. If you would master this art, however, then my road shall become your road for the duration of your studies. I will remain here at the church for the time being, and be a pest to the good Father Iliod until we uncover the origins of this cult. Your only chore shall be to reflect upon your lessons, or the lessons of the day, and prepare for our next encounter. I take it we're going to have to stop until we are of a sufficient level. Yep. Red Mage level 52 is needed. And for the time being, we're going to go ahead and switch back over to White Mage. Duty Finder, the tower, and we'll join the queue. Hopefully this won't take as long as it has in the past. Let's still say more than 30 minutes. Wait, what do you have? Only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me. What's going on? Is this a quest I had taken up before? Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. I am an agent of inquiries. Extraordinary inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hillbridge was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you can always count on the inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the cemetery, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from the case of the century. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then, he came back down, and he... This is all a joke. Big, funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout surprise. Had you fooled, eh? And then we'll laugh and laugh. They say no one remains or remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hillebrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in the southern Thailand, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. I have a feeling I know where that's going to end us. No. There we go. Well, we might as well go over there and take care of what we can while we wait. And we have 2 DPS in the queue, which is one more than I've had total so far. Now, I do actually remember encountering zombies that could talk. I believe they were over there. No, not here. Okay. Well, it looks like this is going to be more or less the end of it. I will suppose I'll just run around here for a while. One of the DPS has dropped out. Alright, so it had been from a quest I picked up somewhere. Worst case scenario, I will start grinding red mage. I suppose. Oh! Commence. Wait, it actually got enough people. Holy crap. Okay. Like previously, I will walk onto a tank and follow them around casting Medica 2 all the time. Come on, last DPS. Yes! Alright, here we go. Light party to full party to full-on freaking army. Okay, and look at everything here as we rush forward. Gonna throw a holy in. Okay. Alright. Keep rushing forward, keep rushing forward. Alright. Doing good so far. No. Okay. Oh, we need to be in here. Okay. I agreed to both of those and continue on. There we go. And the green dragon. Why green dragon? There we go. You sprint and rush forward. Out of the creepy circle. Yep. Alright, so far so good. here we go. Oh, need, read, and rush with sprint further on. Okay, it has an annoying ability. And sprint. Okay. People are in here, so let's rip down a holy. We can get the stun off. There we go. And another treasure coffer. I'm in group C, so let's grab up. Alright. Oh, we got the Mapping the Realm achievement, which means this is the final fight right here. Fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Absolute darkness was all that. Okay. I need to get ready. I need to get ready. Yes, yes, yes. I obtained something, I guess. Nope. Get away from there. What do we do? The DPS is time to shine. Group up in there. And get out of there. This is going good. This is going good. The DPSs I dropped the arrow on one of them so that it helped. And comes back. Oh, right. We need to group up with this one. Move out of the circles. And he's down. Get an achievement for that. I think you're the one that I was healing. I'll give you the commendation. And then loot. I'll read what I can. Minion. Thank you for everything, everyone. Oh, we got the Wind Up Onion Knight. Let's use it right away. Use the card we got. And then we're going to check our armory chest real quick. And leave the duty. Kiara! You did it! You defeated Emperor Zonde! Empires may rise and fall, but man's spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Kiara Frostborn. With Emperor Zonde now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surroundings. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you need mind me. I am perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are two ways that we might seal off the tower. Either isolating it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. Ah, you were saying that. The choice of method is yours to make, but before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend a task. That distortion, what is it? The power that the Zonde sought to obtain comes from the void, the world of darkness, or other people called it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Void Sent. Void Sent feed on ether, as you may already know. And no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Zonde entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Void Sent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Amelia and I believe we can annul it. By his blood, Zonde sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose. Nero was in the back, searching for something. Oh, be still my beating heart. For a moment I feared this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? covenant is everlasting. This is that. And so Marsilia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Elegian rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes a reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid, an endless void, bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Ah, so he went mad. Kiara, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Not now, damn it. They got sick. And Nero is not happy about that. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Scarlund. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them. A void scent, and no ordinary one at that. Doga! Oh no. Confound it. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine! And he gets dragged into it too. Nero! covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. Damn it. The rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the find and consult with Remiberos. This feels like it would be the perfect time for it to intercede back into the main story. It also teleported me back here, which is helpful. All this happened within the tower? Gods preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exists myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Zonde sought to open the gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entity or entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. Though void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we may not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it! I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Unie. We share the same eye. 'Tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them, to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. As long as Zonde's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. It is our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Ever since meeting up with them, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true. Is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with a leg. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I'm with him. However slim the odds, we must try to save them. I and that bastard Nero as well. If only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Unie are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts and literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet, no, it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient when dealing with the void. One cannot be cautious enough. My thanks. And for your assistance, pray rest now, while you can. For when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Kiara. Mark my words. Complete! No, we still are going through this. Ah, Kiara, it is good that you are come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Onie and Doga and Nero, imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into the tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zande. But you, Kiara, you ensured that he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Unie labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Unie, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zande's order and collects energy to open another void gate, even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We've done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Unie and Doga, so too would the tower heed only those with the royal blood of a leg. 'Tis a most gulling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, according to the Elegian tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Aleg, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art nor any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the cloud of darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zondu's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the ladder would suffice, but with that energy building in the Crystal Tower, without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like onto the one that destroyed a leg. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. It is true we cannot stop the void scent from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use the tower's power for our own purpose and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturgy's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters, and with Master Goland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Kiara, you're just the woman we need. Just the one we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Sirius Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got. But it should produce the energy we need. Just a little fine-tuning, with just a little fine-tuning, we can open up a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the Sentinels as guides. And do hurry. Kiara, I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Alright, this sounds like it's going to be another large dungeon for a vast number of people, and before I head there, I'm going to go ahead and take a very quick bio break and be right back. And I am back. Alright. Enter the 8 Sentinels. Kira, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. The tower's full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the whole operation. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Oh, that's said. Is there something amiss? Emperor Zonde's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Lileg's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. There we go. Just imagine if a Legian civilization had lived on, and a just emperor still sat on that throne. How different our history would be. How much further would we have advanced? Well, unfortunately, there was no stopping Zonde and his ambition. There were those who tried. Zonde's war of domination left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against the leg. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light of our age. But this is merely but all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards the leg's heart for the kill, Zonde lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zonde desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the the cloud of darkness is coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Delamont to be emptied into the tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. The tower was swallowed up by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth humble calamity. I had learned of its cause from Ine and Doga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Zonde to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Legion history is astounding. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. 'Tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned of such things. Yes? Yeah, Biggs. Are you ready? Ready and raring. Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. We reckon this machine is up and running. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrius. So just give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good. Let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone, step away from the throne. All right, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. And there it is. A rift to the world of darkness, as Unie called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As will the Sons of St. Croc. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are truly lost. Which leaves Kiara, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray, lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of the world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you've passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Kiara? There is a matter of importance we must needs discuss before you leave. So what I got from there was not, in fact, better than what I currently have. Alright. Time to talk to this guy. Kiara, I wished to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Alakian royalty. Long I have pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing on my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow, meeting those two clones has wrought great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient, but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind. The selfsame ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with the leg. Mayhap what I wish to remember, and... I did not mean to bump the button, so I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. You have my thanks, my friend. Now, let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. All right. The other side of it, okay. Alright, and I'm in queue. I don't know how long this is going to take. Hopefully not too long at all. Honestly, I'm glad that my internet's back. I would have otherwise attempted to run through this over the course of the week. But that's not how things worked out. It just didn't. And that happens. however, seeing that I'll be able to just upload this directly to YouTube. So there's that. Perhaps later on today I will hop on some more Devil May Cry 4. I'll be running back and forth along here real quick while I wait. Just to keep some action going on here so I don't go idle and I don't bore anyone too much. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Oh yes, Code Vein. I need to do more grinding on it before I try fighting that boss again. But we could be near the end of that game, I think. I'm not sure, mind you, but I think we might be. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to figure out what else to, or what to play on Mondays. I also need to pick a day to do my 24-hour stream that I'm planning on. Maybe I'll do that on October 31st. Or... wait. I wonder if a Friday the 13th is coming up. Saturday the 13th, Monday the 13th, not before that. Oh well, I will think of something and announce it on my Discord, as well as Blue Sky and Twitter. There's also a new social media platform that from some friends of mine had brought up to me that I will get to work on looking into setting up. Once it is, I'll put the links on the usual places. Maybe I should go spin some of these tomestones of poetics. I'm going to go to Revenant's Toll, and I'm going to use some of my tomestones of poetics. Oh, this is actually a better cane than what we currently have. Which means... Oh! Excellent! This will make it easier for us to deal with whatever's down there, as well as give us a bit more options appearance-wise. We're just missing the shoes for this set. Which we will be... We should be able to afford after this. Maybe. If not, I can grind other dungeons later on. Yeah, I can grind the Praetorium. It'll give me 150 each time. And that will just take a couple of times to be able to get the boots. Then I can gather up the other sets, I suppose. I could also use that to level up Red Mage. This is the one I have. Is it just me, or does that lower what it's capable of? Oh? Honestly, we have to wait for a while. Let's see. Let's go into the Rising Stones. Because it seems we definitely need to complete this raid and this quest to be able to continue the story. Doesn't even tell you what quests you need to complete, so I have no idea if this is the right one or if there's going to be more after. Oh, we have a second healer in the group. That's 3 of the necessary 24. Hopefully. We have an eighth of the number of people we need. Alright, honestly, if there's nothing by the 2.5 hour mark, then I'm going to call it there. But hopefully we can get the entire group in on it and, you know, fill up the entire roster and head into the Realm of Darkness. I would like to, however, point out that this is a parallel between Kingdom Hearts. You'll never be able to unsee it now. Which leads me to wonder, will Kingdom Hearts 4 have Final Fantasy XIV references? And if it does, just remember, Final Fantasy did it first. Really? What's the matter, Marco? Tell me all about it, buddy. You can come over talk to me. We have one tank in the group. One tank, two healers, one DPS. We have 1/6 of a party. Come here, Marco. Come here, Boogie. Let's see. What's the matter? Oh, really? And we lost the tank. Alright, about 9 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it. I think my pooch wants attention. Or at least wants me to stop paying attention to the game. Come on, people. Queue up. Okay. Let's take a moment to appreciate that this is exactly what we're dealing with. A crystalline tower that is powering a rift into a world full of things that want to devour the magic of the world that our character lives in. And we have a tank. Alright, one tank, two healers, one DPS. 6 minutes. We have the tower right there, but we also have the Keeper of the Lake right beside it. The Crystalline Tower, however, takes up most of the eye, especially at night. My dog went scritches. Him dog a buddy. Alright, let's fly a little closer. There's Silver Falls right here. Let's get a better view of the Crystal Tower and just the Crystal Tower. There we go. This is good. Okay. We have about 3 minutes left. We just have to wait. Okay. Honestly, it's looking like we're not going to be able to continue on with this today. I apologize to anyone that stuck around this long. And, well, we're going to go ahead and wait it out, like I said. But on the point, we will be ending it. It'll be a half hour shorter than I had intended for, but at the same time, we were not able to get to the main story at all. But we did get Red Mage. And I will go ahead and work on getting the rest of, at least some of, the Ironworks gear. Oh, those didn't count as dungeons? Well, here we go then. I hope you all had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to it. And if you stuck around this long, go ahead and drop me a follow here on Twitch. Hit the bell for notifications because I stream on a regular schedule and a few times off schedule whenever I feel like it and my dog allows me. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell for notifications. And if you enjoyed my content, check out this playlist where I play something else. My channel itself is right there in the middle of the screen. And if my stuff's not for you, but you stuck around anyway, go ahead and check out this video YouTube thinks you like. Now a few words from Marco. Marco, would you like to say something from anyone watching? Go on, talk to him. Talk to him, Marco. Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it, Marco. And you heard him. And you heard him. I have to go ahead and let him outside now. Bye, everyone.